Yo, what's going on? It's Sal Stretford Post. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. Early in the morning, Breaking Dawn, and we're here live, guys. Absolutely live for you guys. Let me just sort this out for you guys. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is fine. Please, before I start, please, guys, could you kindly subscribe and smash a like on the video? It'd be absolutely great if you guys can do that. Really appreciate it if you guys can do that. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Early morners, breaker dawners, what's going on, you breaking dawners? What's going on? Sanjay, good morning, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good morning, folks. These transfers are dragging on. It's getting frustrating. Hopefully we will get some charity soon, some clarity soon. Absolutely. King L, good morning, King L. How you doing, King L? Yep, Sanjay, absolutely agree with you. I'm on the same boat as you at the end of the day. Good morning, Kingdom. How you doing? Hope you've been well. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Now, we're going to get on with it. Guys. In regards to Manchester United, look, you know, this comes across as a kind of Glazer-esque kind of situation in regards to the way these transfers are dragging out. It just feels like this is like a Glazer-esque type transfer, if you know what I mean. And you know, like what the Glazers used to do, they used to drag transfers out until they get to the last minute and then we'll sign someone. You know, the reason they do this is because it prevents them from signing anyone else. It prevents them from spending any more money. That's in my opinion. That's what I feel that they do. Good morning, Victor, Samko, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Good morning. Stretford Gamer, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good source in Uruguay. Yes, I'm going to get into that right now. You've got the same source as me, my friend. ESPN Uruguay. I've said that Manuel Ugarte should be a Manchester United player by tomorrow. I've seen the article. So Uruguay, sources in Uruguay are saying that he should be a Manchester United player by tomorrow. What he's saying is he's signed a contract. He's already signed a contract at Manchester United, of course, a couple of months ago. So he should be a Manchester United player by now. But in regards to his contract, it basically means that he should be signed, sealed, delivered for Manchester United, and the agreement should be all agreed in regards to that. They say tomorrow. I'm really hoping that we get some solid news today. So a here we go today would be nice, of course. That would be lovely if we can get a here we go, because we've been waiting so long. It's been months that we've been waiting for this deal to go through. Of course, we do need it to go through. We need him on the bench at least against Liverpool. That would be nice because it is dragging on too much. I know that we don't want to pay the fee. Some people have told me online, oh, it's because we don't want to pay the fee. You know, you just need to be like, you know, you just need to understand business, blah, blah, blah. Listen, we're going to end up paying the fee anyway, regardless what it is, right? And this is just going to be like what the Glazers do, isn't it? We're going to pay the fee, and we could have signed him a long time ago at the end of the day, because they signed the contracts. The Glazers signed the contracts. This is the whole thing with it. Stretford Gamer, morning. Yeah, good morning. Stretford Gamer, hope you're doing well, bro. Good comment. Big up, Sal. Ugarte will be a brilliant DM for us. It'll be absolutely magic for us. In regards to ball retention, in regards to bringing the ball forward, in regards to his touches, his control, his tenaciousness, he's skillful, you know, and he's a terrier in that midfield. And it's something that we really have missed over the years. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him play and seeing him fit in that team, you know, alongside Kobbie Mainoo, of course. So I know that we do need cover for Kobbie Mainoo. I know that, you know, we can't absolutely, you know, how do you pull it? Overplay Kobbie Mainoo, so to speak. We can't overplay him because he's a young lad and he's going to end up getting injuries. That's what happens to young people when they play too much, when you rely on them too much. You know, they end up getting injuries. So I would have liked to see a Zubimendi in there or something like that. But we can't get everything in the first window. We can't. We have to be patient. We have to be realistic in what's going on. Now, if Ineos do get Ugarte and they do bring in like a free transfer, apparently Hermoso, the Spanish international that Manchester United were linked to, he's going to Al Shabaab in Saudi Arabia. I'm led to believe he's agreed terms with Al Shabaab. So surprisingly, that transfer could be out the window. You know, so it might be until next window or the summer that we end up getting a left back. We do need a left back. We desperately need a left back, of course. And we're waiting too long to get one. And I feel like the balance of our side will benefit hugely if we do get a left back, I know that Harry Mass is there, and I repeat that I feel like he's a young player. You can't play in 50, 60 games a season. That would be criminal to play a young player that much. We need someone like Luke Shaw to come in and do the job. But how can we rely on someone like Luke Shaw? This is the problem. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we do need a central midfielder. Ugarte would be brilliant. And I would rate that at 8 or 9 out of 10 for Ineos as a first window. You cannot argue with that because we can't. The transfers in, and McTominay leaves as well. Yeah, McTominay leaving. If we manage to get rid of an Eriksen as well, I mean, you can't argue with what they've done this summer. It's going to take a few years to fix everything, of course. As Jim Ratcliffe said, it will take a few years. It does take a few years to fix all these issues, of course. Dretford Gamer. A few more days left, Sal, and the window closes. It's crazy how time flies. Absolutely, Stretford Gamer. You know, I was thinking like a month ago when I was speaking to you guys, you know, we got ages to the transfer window closes. We got a long time to the transfer window closes. But look now, lo and behold, we got a few days to it closes. Massive few days to come, though. Absolutely huge few days to come. I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous, apprehensive, whatever you want to call it. I'm a bit anxious to see what's going to happen on Friday. I don't want us leaving the transfer window thinking, what if? I feel like we should get this Ugarte deal over the line. It will give us a bit of time to work out some other deals, of course, and bring in some other players, of course. Now, Hannibal Mejbri looks like he's leaving on a cash deal. Rumour is that they're going to pay a cash-free Burnley, which will be brilliant news. And also, we're getting McTominay out the door, which is a cash deal as well. And it all leads to Sancho, doesn't it? And Eriksen and Lindelof and players like that, of that nature. Now, if I go to some of the transfers, yes, ESPN Uruguay were reporting that the Ugarte deal should be done by tomorrow. Should be done, signed, sealed, delivered by tomorrow. Apparently, this is what sources in Uruguay, ESPN Uruguay, are stating today. Yesterday night, actually, they reported this, and it could be today, it could be tomorrow. It depending on the hour difference, obviously, but it could be today, it could be tomorrow. I'm expecting some news today. I'm expecting some breaking news today. I'm seeing a lot of Fabrizio Romano tweets, you know, with the little timer on there and stuff like that. I know it's coming, guys. He knows it's coming. We know it's coming, of course. Wilcox was in Paris, on his way to Paris yesterday to iron out the deal between Manchester United and PSG, of course. Blanc is already there, so he's going to link up with Blanc, and they're going to sort out this deal for Ugarte, of course. A rumour is that Ugarte is flying to Manchester. He's not quite in Manchester, as reported yesterday. Some say he is in Manchester right now, but, you know, I didn't follow the flight, to be honest with you. But rumour is he's in Manchester here and now. You know, he should be anytime soon in Manchester to iron out the deal and just complete the final details of Manchester United transfer, the Manchester United transfer. In regards to Victor Lindelof, he's still interested, showing interest in Fenerbahce, is interested in Victor Lindelof. There's a couple of other clubs, including Fiorentina, who could come in as well. So Lindelof is still there, but the problem with Lindelof is his injury. Manchester United cannot offload Lindelof until he recovers from his injury. So that looks like it's unlikely to happen anytime soon. Furthermore, Eriksen is another one that we would like to get rid of. But again, you know, he's not 100% fit, and nothing has been said within the media where he's going, if he's staying, if he's going. So it looks like Eriksen could be staying as well, which is sad because we do need to get rid of players like that, players who have no more legs. They have no more legs, guys. Come on. You know, they need to leave, to be honest with you. There was rumours, not rumours, but there was reports in TalkSport. Alex Crook is his name. He was talking about Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a waste of money. It was a wasted signing. Now, look, I'm all for opinions, of course. I mean, even from rivals, I'm okay with opinions. Let them talk, as long as they talk sense. Now, he has a kind of a point here because Mason Mount is injured. And now we're looking at an injury problem. Now, we talk about Shaw a lot. We criticise Luke Shaw a lot. But now Mason Mount, it seems to having a similar problem to Luke Shaw. And this is a problem now. This is becoming an issue. If he misses more games, it's becoming a Luke Shaw situation. It's becoming a situation where what's going on with Mason Mount? You know, is it a waste of money? Why did we waste our money on Mason Mount? It's becoming a little bit of an issue at the moment in regards to Mason Mount. And depending how serious his injury is, we don't want any more injuries, of course. We don't want any more injuries. We've got Luke Shaw injured. you know, and we got Rasmus injured, and we got Euro injured, but Mason Mount as well. For goodness sake, the guy's just come back. I don't understand how these players get injured so often. Me, an old school fan like me, right, an old fogey like me, has seen players play 60, 70 games a season with a 15-man squad. You know, and I don't understand how these players get a little knock and they're missing months and months of the season. I just don't understand it, guys. And this is why I don't want any more of these type of players. I don't. I want young players, fit players, players who've proven they can play a long season without injuries, of course. Now, in regards to Mejbri, I did say he's in a full sale. We could be going on a full sale. That isn't here we go yet, but I believe we could get a substantial amount of money for Mejbri. Hannibal Mejbri could be going to Burnley for a fee, which is fantastic news for Manchester United, of course. We get some money out of it. ESPN again, this agenda, I want to talk about ESPN briefly, right? I was seeing some crazy talk yesterday from Marino, I think Ali Marino, who's an ex-Venezuelan international foul footballer, so to speak, played in America, never quite got his big move, you know, so he's a little bit bitter in his old age, and he's talking about Licha Martinez, saying that Licha Martinez doesn't measure up to players like Frank Leboeuf. One of the most insulting piece of punditry I've heard in a long, long time. Absolutely madness. Madness. It's crazy. You know, that they continue to obsess about Manchester United. They continue to blur this garbage at the end of the day. And I just fell out with this ESPN. I used to be a big fan of ESPN FC. When they first came out, they were quite good. They didn't used to talk much. They didn't used to have agendas. Nowadays, it seems like you've got Craig Burley is still crying about the 1994 FA Cup final. You've got Nicole, who's a Liverpool legend, so obviously he's going to hate Manchester United. You've got Frank Leboeuf, who was a mid-table Chelsea player, right, who was lucky to win a World Cup because he had Marcel Desailly behind him and Emmanuel Petit and Patrick Vieira in front of him. You know, it's a bit crazy the way they're obsessed about Man United and the way they get one of our players, a great player in Licha Martinez. And let's not get it twisted. Licha Martinez is one of the best players in Europe in regards to his position. I think he's the best left-sided centre-back in the world. And that's my opinion on that. And I'm just tired of them talking this rubbish about him. Ali Marino, whoever he was, a fouled American, played in the States and never actually got his big move to Europe, of course. Big respect to him at the end of the day, but come on, mate. Come on. Saying that Licha Martinez is overrated, he's not that guy, bringing in Franz Beckenbauer, bringing in Frank Leboeuf, mate, come on. You know, we can see your agenda now. Your agenda's getting pretty obvious. Why don't you talk like that about Harry Maguire, for example, or Scott McTominay, for example? No, because you're jealous of Licha Martinez because he's a successful South American footballer, unlike yourself. Do you know what I mean? Let me just get to these. Oh, Matt, good morning. How you doing? I said we would not sign Mason Mount last year. He signed and made the question, the judgment of Erik ten Hag. What was Erik ten Hag thinking? I think it's due to, Mason Mount was on loan to Vitesse Arnhem for a while, wasn't it? And I think that's where the relationship started. Me, myself, I don't agree with the deal, whether it was his deal, whether it was the Glazers. I'm not too sure, but at the end of the day, I would say this. I was never a big fan of Mason Mount. I know he brings certain qualities to the game, you know, but I feel like he hasn't played well for a couple of years now. And, you know, I just feel like it was a bad signing. And now it's proving that with his injuries, of course, you know. And these injuries are getting out of hand with Manchester United. You know, they get a little knock. Jose Mourinho said it a few years ago. He says, like, there's some players who can play, but they refuse to play, basically. Stretford Gamer, here's the actual post sale. Manuel Ugarte will play for Manchester United. The contract will be, yep, absolutely. Now, that is whether it is today or tomorrow. I'm hoping it is today. I'm hoping we get Here We Go today. As I said, he will be a Manchester United player. Guys who want to know about Ugarte, here we are with Stretford Gamer. ESPN Uruguay have been reporting that the deal for Ugarte to Manchester United is almost done, and it could be done by today or tomorrow. Basically tomorrow. I think they wrote that tweet. I'm not sure whether it was yesterday or this morning. So if it was yesterday, it's happening today. If it was this morning, it will happen tomorrow. But you can rest assured that Ugarte is a Manchester United player. Wilcott's going to Paris as well, to link up with Blanc to discuss the personal terms. So it's very, very close now. You know, it's very, very good morning, Chow. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Let me read. It's the Eric Ten Hag obsession with Mount, waste on money, and Bruno with Mount never working in the midfield. Now, I said yesterday, while it's commendable to support the Manchester United manager and certain players, it's equally important to provide a constructive criticism. You know, and in regards to Mason Mount, of course, it's important to provide a constructive criticism when necessary. But it's important not to go into the realms of abuse, of course. Some people misunderstand critique. Some people misunderstand critique as Ten Hag out and stuff. And you know, if you want improvement, you're gonna have to critique at the end of the day, and you're gonna have to criticize at the end of the day. And I was against the Mason Mount signing from the beginning. And I wish him all the best. I hope he does well, and I really do. And I just hope the injury isn't too serious, because we're getting fed up with these injuries at Manchester United. These injuries are getting a little bit too much. You know, we get more than everyone else, and you know, it's the same old players again. Mason Mount missed basically all the season last season, didn't he? And we can't keep. We're not a charity case at the end of the day. You know, we're not a charity. We have to understand that we are a football team. We are a football team, and we have to, you know, be ruthless in regards to this, because these little knocks, I'm out for 3 months, I'm out for 4 months. He missed the whole of last season, you know. Many may say that's not his fault, but again, he's injured. Come on, guys. It's the second game of the season, for crying out loud. Yeah, just giving the news of Ugarte, my friend. Thank you so much. Morning, buddy. Good morning, John. How you doing? Just finished work. Looking to watch the vlog. Big up yourself, John. Hope you're doing well. A big week ahead. Big few days ahead. Massive few days ahead, of course, with Manchester United. We've got a lot of news in the pipeline coming, of course. And when it does, I'm going to be here live with you guys. Hate to quote Martin Tyler. Live. We are live. I'm going to be live with you guys to talk about the transfer. It's coming. You can feel it in the air tonight, of course. I can feel it right now. And yeah, I'm excited what's coming up again. Liza Rami, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Considered of Ralph Ragnick saying we need 9 transfers. Ronaldo saying the facility needs changing accounting. We need to sell players. Would say Ineos first window, we are not doing too bad. Exactly. They, let's not forget that Ineos have put how much they put, a few million. Is it $1 billion into the training? Not $1 billion, but they put a few million into the training facilities, which is fantastic. They've already fixed that issue. I would have left that till last and sorted out the transfers first, but that's good. I'm glad about that. And yes, they have done incredibly well this first transfer window. If they do get Ugarte through the door, you have to hold your hands up and say they've done their best. In regards to the left back, you know, it's up to Luke Shaw and Malacia. These are the players that are letting us down at the end of the day, and it's crazy. You know, in regards to Ugarte, that should be settled. The McTominay thing is already done and dusted. That's nothing to worry about, in my opinion. Mount, Rashford, Sancho, Onana, Harry, Anthony, more are flops. Oh, fan, you're a cruel man, my guy. You're a cruel man. You're a cruel man. Yeah, I mean, you can't be too harsh, but we do need to fix up this squad. Some of these players do need to. Ugarte will be come on Friday. Breaking news. I hope it's before that, Ufan. I do hope it's before that. I do hope that he does come through the door before that. I believe he will. Uruguayan sources, ESPN, Uruguay. I mean, I know ESPN. I know who they are. ESPN FC are different to ESPN Uruguay. ESPN are a huge company full of different sections and stuff. But ESPN FC, don't listen to ESPN FC. They're bloody useless. But ESPN Uruguay are saying that Ugarte is imminent. He's coming, you know, and he will be a Manchester United player. Quote, he will be a Manchester United player. Do we need Rabiot as a bench cover? There is no cover for Mainu. It's whether Rabiot would want to be a bench player, Almac, you know, because he is a full international. He's never been really a bench player in his career. It's whether he would take that. I mean, we want players who want to play, of course, but we also want players who understand that it is a squad game and would take their opportunity when they're given the opportunity. But I absolutely agree. We do need to rest Mainu. We cannot burn out these players. But Mainu's a young player, and we're going to end up burning out this player, just like we did with Wayne Rooney, who played international football, you know, who played for Man United in the Champions League, you know, and got up to the latter stages of the Champions League as well. So in my opinion, yes, we do need another midfielder in there. I've always felt that. I would prioritise a left back myself. I would prioritise a left back. We really do need one right now because we're struggling. Do you think there will be a surprise signing? John O'Connell, It depends how soon we can get the Ugarte deal. I said a long time ago that I feel that we can get a surprise signing in there, whether that's a free transfer, such as Rabiot, such as someone like that. If we get a free transfer in there, Hamaso, who we've been heavily linked with, it could be going to Saudi Arabia. He'd be going to Al Shabaab. He's agreed personal terms with Al Shabaab, so Hamaso could be off the table. Unfortunately, I was a big advocate for Hamaso coming to Manchester United, the left back. Left-sided centre-back, very versatile player, played for Atletico Madrid, of course, Spanish international. So I was very excited for him, but he looks like he's going to Saudi Arabia to pick up the P, No one rates, some people rate Rabiot, some people don't rate Rabiot. One thing's for sure in regards to Rabiot is that he's experienced, he's a World Cup winner, of course, he's had many caps for France. So he can't be that much of a bad player, of course, guys. We have to be fair when it comes to things like that, of course. There's also comments from Rio Ferdinand in regards to Scott McTominay, saying Scott McTominay has the DNA, and he was comparing Scott McTominay to Wes Brown and John O'Shea and Darren Fletcher, for example. Now, I just want to stop Rio in his tracks. If Rio was here, I would say, Rio, stop it, mate, stop it. John O'Shea, right, can play midfield, left back, centre back. Right, this guy lobbed the Arsenal keeper at Highbury. Right, this guy is an absolute brilliant player, underrated. Right, you can't. Fletcher's probably one of the best midfielders Scotland have produced in the last 30 years. Let's be real, right? Darren Fletcher. Okay, you can't compare him to Darren Fletcher. Absolute criminal comparing Darren Fletcher. Wes Brown was playing in the Champions League final, mate. You know, crossing a ball for Ronaldo to score. How can you talk about these players and then put them in the same breath? You know, how can you put Scott McTominay in the same breath of these players? This is the thing with these pundits, right? Just because they played the game, they think that they know everything. You know, they have the opinion for everything. Their opinion is solid. Their opinion is the gospel. That's it. No one else's opinion matters. Now, we watch football a lot. As Man United fans who watch football a lot, I consume a lot of football, guys. When I finish this stream, I'll be turning on the TV and I'll be watching football, whether it's a French game, whether it's the Ukrainian league, for goodness sake, whether it's the Serbian league. I'll watch it. I'll leave it on. I'll watch it. I consume a lot of football. These guys don't sit there and watch football. You know, they don't. They just analyze it from a narrative of their own opinion. They don't look at it, they don't study the game, they don't look what's going on in the game and who made the mistake and he shouldn't have done that and he shouldn't have done that. We actually consume a lot of football. Our lives are football, guys, you know, and that's what we do. You know, we talk about football non-stop. Players like Rio Ferdinand, they're throwing out silly things like McTominay is one of those players. If we get rid of McTominay, it's going to cost 150,000 in wages to replace him. In what world is it going to cost 150,000 in wages to replace Scott McTominay, mate? Come on, man. Come on. Like, Scott McTominay is a great pro, right? He's a fantastic pro. He plays with his heart on his sleeve, yes. But that doesn't make you a great player. He gets the odd goal at the end. He does that, you know, he gets the odd goal, but he's good for a survival team. In my opinion, he'd be fantastic for Everton. He'd be fantastic for a Tottenham even. He's going to be great for Napoli, and I hope he succeeds at Napoli. But come on, man. You know, we got to be comparing him to John O'Shea, Darren Fletcher, Wes Brown, and players of that ilk. You know, you've got to be crazy in your head to be thinking like that. At the end of the day, these are serial winners, right? I know they were fortunate. They played in the Sir Alex Ferguson period. They were fortunate. I know that. But these are serial winners. Until these guys actually achieve something, then come back to me with the comparisons, man. Save me with that. Definitely, sir. Maybe Rabiot, it'll be him and another, someone like that. It won't be someone expensive, that's for sure. Hayden, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Ugarte giving the number 16 like Roy Keane. Big up, yes, mate. I love that. I would love that, to be honest with you. It'd be brilliant if Ugarte's given the number 16 shirt. I would love that, absolutely, because, you know, that hasn't been vacated by someone who's worthy of that number for a long, long time, of course. Roy Keane, who's the best CDM of all time, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think he was better than Vieira. I think he was better than many players. Him, and we also had Brian Robson. Wasn't much of a CDM, but Brian Robson is also one of my favourite players. He was also up there, in my opinion. Eyes around me. How you doing, my friend? Surprise signing only after Ugarte signs, and we will sell as many players as we can. On that last day, we tried to get in a left back. I really hope so. It does end at 11 p.m. UK time on Friday. So I'm really hoping that we do get a left back in. I've been screaming out for a left back for ages, and that was exposed at the weekend. The left back doesn't just help the defensive position in that position. It also helps the left wing as well. And that's what we need to remember. You know, we need someone who can support the left wing to do any overlapping runs, for example, and support. We don't have that at the moment. We have square pegs and round holes, which is an issue, of course. Eliza, I played the game. I played the game. Yeah, exactly. Hamaso and Rabia from Hamaso, Stretford gamer. Hamaso looks like he's going to Al Shabaab in Saudi Arabia. He's agreed personal terms with Al Shabaab. Would have loved to get Hamaso through the door, of course, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon. But you never know. He hasn't confirmed. He hasn't signed, sealed, delivered. So you never know what's going to happen. You know. For Alex Telles for Man United sold. He is a left back, can have a goal and assist. He is fit and he can play in the Saudi all the time. Alex Telles, yeah, I just don't know about Alex Telles. Played for Man United, of course, briefly. Did okay. I don't think he played many games for Man United. I don't think he's the level we want. But I would take him over a square peg in round holes. I don't like right backs playing left backs playing right backs, and it's similar with the midfield. I don't like that. I like players playing in their natural positions, of course. See, Bayern wants Sancho. Yeah, I was just going to go into that. You read my mind, John O'Connell. Yes. Rumour is that Bayern Munich are interested in Jadon Sancho. Now, I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it. With Jadon Sancho, I would love us to get a cash deal for Jadon Sancho or a loan with an obligation to buy, because it would take a lot of meat that is stuck in our teeth right now out, right? We've just been to the dentist and we got the meat out of the teeth if we get rid of Jadon Sancho. Sorry about the analogy. I just come out with these analogies. I don't know. They're all over the place sometimes. But yes, I would love Sancho to leave Manchester United. And if he does, it should be a cash offer or a loan with an obligation to buy. But if we don't get that, offer, I feel like we should give Sancho another chance. We have to. And I feel like play him as a false number 9 or play him on the right. He's versatile. So, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to give him one more chance. It's whether he wears the shirt. It's whether he fights for the badge. That's what I'm worried about mostly. Stretford game, bringing him Ugarte will travel to England in the next few hours today, and the contract will be signed tomorrow. Ugarte will play for Manchester United. Ugarte, yeah, absolutely. Stretford gamer. ESPN Uruguay are reporting this, of course. Just bringing it back into the show. ESPN Uruguay reporting that Ugarte will be a Manchester United player. And the sources are strong over there. The sources are strong. Not too spicy, but strong. Alex. Good morning, Alex. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Everyone talks about Scott like he's a prime example, but he's currently holding United to ransom for a payoff, even though United accepted a lower offer for his dream move to Napoli. Yeah, Alex, you know what? This is a big opinion at the moment. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know everything about the deal, about how much he's owed. What I do know is that he will be owed $3 million for Man United, and he's holding out for $3 million, around that mark. What do I think of that? I know what I think of that. My opinion is this, and you can differ in your opinion. My opinion is this. It's multi-layered, and it's kind of in the middle, right? If he's owed that money, then I understand why he's chasing that money. He's chasing the P, that's fine. With his agent is probably doing that, right? His agent probably wants a bit of money. But at the same time, what Manchester United have done for Scott McTominay, he needs to remember this. He punched way above his weight for so long. You know, he's got his sponsorship deals. He's got his social media following. Everything from Manchester United he could dream of, right? That has promoted him and made him into a Scottish international, okay? So it's kind of in the middle with it. I feel like, yes, it is mercenary, but this is the world we live in now. Players are not loyal anymore, even though you think they are, even though they kiss the badge, run on their knees, you know, you don't really believe it, do you, anymore? It's the players are not Paul Scholes and Roy Keane and these type of players anymore. They got their own agendas and stuff. For those asking, he's a good source in Uruguay. Yes, ESPN Uruguay, magnificent source, of course. I read it last night. I already knew Stretford game is going to be a Man United player. It's pretty certain. I said 80% this week. He is going to be a Manchester United player. Ugarte will be, and if he wears the number 16, as my friend said earlier, absolutely brilliant. That will give us a huge buzz going into the Liverpool game. Of course, I'll be absolutely delighted. Of course. Chow, only Ugarte can solve our midfield issue. We need another ball playing midfielder. Chow, absolutely agree, we do, but can we do everything in this window? Has been a very hectic window, a lot to be done. Players on high wages who won't leave. Look at this. Look, let me give you an example, Scott McTominay. This is a prime example of Man United and Ineos are having to deal with right now. This is the example they're having to deal with. Like, players want money. Players want to leave, they want money. This happened with Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. This is the problem that we're having at the moment. Now, in regards to what the fun now, in regards to Ten Hag's master plan, his plan is to get rid of all these players and be ruthless and not play these players. Players like Eriksen, players like Lindelof won't be in the squad. If they refuse to leave Manchester United, they will be forced out the door. There is a new era at Manchester United, a ruthless era and a ruthless Erik Ten Hag this summer and coming on to this season. There'll be no more chances. Players are going to get one opportunity to impress, and that's it. You will see a number of changes in that game on Sunday against Liverpool. I guarantee you will see a number of changes. You will see a De Ligt. You will see a Xerxes. He is very disappointed about what happened on the weekend against Brighton, a weak Brighton as well. He was very unhappy with that, and I agree with him. And there's going to be a new plan to get to have this ruthlessness about Manchester United, a new scary Man United. We're not scary anymore, as I said yesterday. A new scary Man United that if you mess up, you lose your place and you don't play for Man United. You have to prove yourself. Prove yourself. And that includes Rashford as well, and players like that who have to perform now. Leroy Sané for Sancho is a good deal. I've always been an admirer of Leroy Sané, whether he comes to Man United, of course, ex-Manchester City player. I'm not sure whether he would come to Manchester United, and he would it request. I mean, would Bayern Munich give us a fee? Would it be a fee our way, or would it be a fee their way? I think it should be a fee their way. We should get a little bit of a fee for that. Of course, I think Sancho is younger than Sané, yes. So I believe that, that would be a good swap deal. Whether Sané would fit in at Man United, we've got a lot of good young wingers at the moment. We've got Ahmed, we've got Garnacho, we've got Xerxes as well who can play there. So we don't want to hamper the development of our wingers. But also, we do need quality up front as well. Someone who can cross the ball. Someone who can actually cross the ball would be nice. It would be nice. Good morning, Brian. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Sal, if it's in McTominay contract, he deserves the money. Brian, and this is where it goes from both sides, isn't it? You know, if he's owed the money, as you and me have said, we said a couple of times, you know, if you're owed the money, wouldn't you go after the money? This is not Scott McTominay's fault. Of course, he could walk away and say, look, leave the money. I want to leave. I want to go to Napoli. But at the same time, you look at it and he thinks, why should I? And his agent's going to be pushing that. You blame Murto, you blame Woodward, you blame the Glazers for that. And that's what it is, not Scott McTominay. If it's in his contract, you know. I still want Tony, and that feeling we won't go away. Mate, Hayden, I love even Tony, but I doubt he's going to come this summer. Could he be the surprise signing? Could even Tony be the surprise signing? Wouldn't that be incredible if even Tony walks through the door by Friday? 30%. 30%. Rome wasn't built in a day. Absolutely, James. Rome wasn't built in a day. And this is one thing I would say, right? It's very, you have to be very careful not to be overzealous. Is it overzealous? It's very important not to be that, because some people are being too sentimental, right? And I applaud them for backing the manager. And I backed the manager. I was one of the big Ten Hag inners last season, right? If you look. Right, I was accused of writing that letter to Ineos when I didn't write it, okay? And lots of big channels were talking about me, right? And when I approached them, they said, no, it weren't me, bruv. You know, at the end of the day, look, you know, it's a balance, right? It's okay to support the manager, but now this is the third season. Rome wasn't built in a day, absolutely. But it's also okay to critique, because without critique, you don't improve. But it's important, when you critique, you don't turn it into abuse. I'm seeing a lot of abuse for our manager, and I don't like that. I'm seeing peanut head. I'm seeing bald fraud again. I don't want to see that in the Manchester United fan base. I don't want to see none of that. That's not how a Manchester United fan should conduct himself. That's not. That just shows low intelligence. That shows when you call someone a peanut head, when you call someone a bald fraud, you are showing and feeding into the stereotype that you have a low IQ when you talk like that. Now, you can bring in criticism, you could bring in stats, you could say that he's not the right man for the job. That's absolutely fine. But peanut head, ball fraud, you know, get that ball fraud out, all that stuff, that's low IQ, lack of intelligence. It shows you can't conduct a proper argument to bring forward, right? I don't like none of that stuff. You know, and I feel like people need to be patient with Ten Hag. But they can critique, right? Because critique is part of the game. If we want to improve, we have to call out the mistakes. We cannot improve mistakes unless we critique. Now, if I was putting on weight, if I was getting fat, and I walked past my brother, and my brother said, Sal, you're getting a bit timberish, you're getting a bit fat. I wouldn't turn around to my brother and say, you go and F yourself. Who do you think you are? I wouldn't do that. I'll say, really? Why? How do you think? I've been dieting. How am I fat? Maybe you should just lay off the sweets. And that's what critique is. Critique is not always a bad thing. Critique is a good thing as well. And that's what we have to remember. As long as it doesn't get into the realms of abuse. And I'm seeing a lot of abuse. And I'm not happy about it. Not happy about it. Sal's is not happy about it. Lies Ramin, it's only fair he didn't not ask for the move. Only paid the man 60k for years. Come on, United. Spent a lot of weight more than that. It's penny rich, pound foolish. This is the problem with Man United. Man United have been run crazily, lies around me, at the end of the day, for a long, long time now, and that includes Scott McTominay. Lots of players have been paid too much. Some players who deserve to get paid more have been paid less. You know, it's crazy. Where the only tactic we had under the Glazers and under Murto and under Woodward is bribery, basically. Bribery. We'll pay you this much money, and you come to us. You pay us this much money, and we'll give you more money than them. That shouldn't be the case. When you sign for Man United, you should want to sign for Man United. Our history, the Busby Babes, George Best, Eric Cantona, Bobby Charlton. You should want to sign for Manchester United. You shouldn't be, oh, well, if you give me that much money, I'll come to your club. You know, I don't want none of that. I want players who want to play for Manchester United. And we've been run so badly over the years like that. Right, good morning. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. If Munich wants him, we'll take Alphonso David, please. Oh yes, that would be nice. That would be absolutely nice. Will they do the deal? We should inquire about these deals. Who knows what's going to happen with Jadon Sancho? One thing I do know, he's been left out the squad twice in a row now, which obviously means three things: he's injured, he's suspended, or he's leaving the club. It's definitely not the last two. And don't believe that rubbish that he's got ear infection. For goodness sake, I'm not employing Jadon Sancho to sing. You know, I'm employing him to play football. For goodness sake. You know, so in regards to Sancho, if he left, it will be a huge weight off our shoulders. But if we cannot get rid of him for the right price or the right swap deal, then I feel like we should just keep him and just move him on in a year's time. We've done a lot of work this summer. A lot of work has gone into this summer, and you have to applaud Ineos for that. But there is a lot of them working on deals, of course. We still haven't got the Ugarte deal through the door, of course, which is crazy. It's taking weeks and weeks. It should have been done a long time ago. And we'll probably pay the amount for Ugarte. We'll probably pay the asking amount, which is crazy, which means we wasted time. So we'll have to wait and see. Chow, why he signing all the bench last? Why he's signing all on the bench last game against Brighton? Sometimes I don't understand Eric Tang what he's thinking. Do you know what, Chow? This is management. At the end of the day, managers do that. They make changes that you think, wow, you made that change. I remember David Beckham being dropped for Luke Chadwick. I remember all these things going on. That happens in football. He made a mistake. It didn't work out for Eric Ten Hag in that game, but he has done a lot of good things as well. Now, this whole overreaction is madness at the end of the day. We are just critiquing. We can critique, and it's good to critique in regards to management and in regards to what he can do better. I'm hoping that next week, well, Sunday it is, that we do improve and we correct the mistakes that from the last game. I really do. Because I don't want the pressure to be barraged on Omar Barada. I don't want Ten Hag to be Omar Baraded. At the end of the day. I would like Ten Hag to win on Sunday. I don't want him to lose because we know what the fan base is going to be like and the media. I'm already seeing it now, right? I've said criticism. I said my piece on Saturday about the game. I said what I felt about the game. I said about the players that were picked. I said about the substitutes. And that's why I leave it, right? That's why I leave it. It's the second game, guys. It's the second game. I know. But we're critiquing as well at the same time. We're not saying, oh, Ten Hag can do no wrong. Now, there's people in our fan base, right, who support Ten Hag no matter what. That's wrong as well. That's cringe. You don't do that. At the end of the day, you critique what you see, and then if he doesn't improve that, you can critique some more. And then we only know where that's going to go, don't we? The owners know where that's going to go. That's going to go to him losing his job. Now, all our job is to do is to support and to push and to be positive and to look at Ten Hag and say, mate, you can do it. Come on. Stop doing these mistakes. Stop playing Rashford. Stop playing Maguire. Stop doing this, right? That's all we can say. Let him get his players through the door and let's see what happens. You never know. Let me have a look at some of these chats. Guys, I'm just catching up with some of these chats. Sorry. Alex, Leroy is buying Sterling old and on the money. That's Sancho. Nah, we can't be doing that deal then. It's too much. We can't be getting any more mercenaries through the door, guys, on 3-4 year contracts. RMCF, Sancho Sterling wants to watch Ornstein the Athletic. No. No way are we. I want Sterling at Manchester United. Absolutely not. Let him go away. Go away. Sterling, look, listen, mate. We don't want you at Man United. I don't want you at Man United. You're Liverpool. You're Man City. You know, you're a smug player, overrated now. Well, not overrated. I wouldn't say you're overrated. You're not good anymore. You're not much of an upgrade to Jadon Sancho. For goodness sake, 30-year-old for 25-year-old. Keep Jadon Sancho. Goodness me. Former United CEO Peter Kennan said he was shocked at the downfall of the club after he left. He left for Chelsea under Roman. Yeah, and he thrived at Chelsea. Peter Kennan, one thing I loved about Peter Kennan, you rarely heard his name when he was Man United CEO. You rarely heard his name. He just got on with business. Of course, it was easy. He had Sir Alex Ferguson there, of course, so it was easier for him. But Peter Kennan, one of the greatest CEOs, probably the greatest CEO of all time. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And in that period, obviously, I have a lot of sentiments towards the people who worked at the club at that period because we got everything right almost. We lost 6 games times in injury under Ten Hag, another record break, embarrassing. Chow, look, at the end of the day, look, I know that you're anti-Ten Hag, but these things need to be improved. And I agree with you, Ten Chow. I'm going to call you Eric Ten Chow. Eric Ten Chow, I agree with you. But look, these things happen, and they have happened far too often, right? I agree with you. But we are in transition, okay? And these things are going to happen. They're going to happen. Now, I'm not going to pin it all on the players. It is also down to the manager to organise his team when we have a corner and not lose the game. Great Sir Alex Ferguson once said, if you're not winning the game, just take something from the game. Don't lose the game. I feel like, yes, it was a tactical error by Eric Ten Hag. The substitutions were wrong. The organisation for the corner was wrong. You know, that is the manager, and we blame the manager for that. The only thing is, it's down to him to change it. If he doesn't change it, we know where this is going, Chow. But at the moment, I'm supporting the manager. I'm backing the manager. I'm backing these players. And when we get players in, when we get Euro back, when we get De Ligt back, when we get our left backs back, then I'm going to start judging. At the moment, I can't judge him because he hasn't got the full squad. Hayden, if you look at it, I'm sure we have raised 100 million in sales. No excuses not to get Tony Ugarte or left back, in my opinion. Hayden, absolutely spot on. We have raised about 80 million in sales. Of course, this gets brushed under the carpet. But one thing we have to remember is FFP as well. And we are 1 billion in debt. And this is the problem that we're facing right now. This is why I was such an advocate for full sale, Glazers out, debt cleared. This is why I wanted a full sale, whether that was Ineos, Apple, Amazon, or Qatar. I wanted a full sale because this is what happens. You know, we're penny pinching. You know, we got debt. We have to straighten it out with FFP. We still owe money, right, for the Jadon Sancho transfer all those years ago. Believe it. Sal, I just want to enjoy Deadwood for another year. 2003, Pratt, Slow, Pransaf. You are the Pratt. Pransaf. You got PRA in your name. Pratt. What are you talking about, mate? Don't be like that. Don't be harsh. Pransaf called me a Pratt, guys. What do you think of him? Because I backed the manager. Pransaf, you were using talcum powder and wearing nappies when I started supporting Man United. In fact, you probably weren't even born when I started supporting Man United. I've seen a lot, mate. I've seen a lot, right? I love you, Pransaf. I'm only joking, by the way. But I'm not a Pratt, right? I'm a very knowledgeable, actually. A knowledgeable Pratt. But your name is Pratt, so I don't understand what's going on. This is a bit ironic. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? And then that's more said. Guys, lies around me. We have to offload Sancho. He's toxic for the club. He will turn players against Ten Hag. We have to get him out of the club. Do you know what, lies around me? You make a very good point, because I don't only believe it is Sancho. I believe it is Rashford as well. Lies around me. I believe it's Rashford as well. I do. I believe that them two are poison. And correct me. Look, I'm just saying this, right? I'm not saying that I'm in the dressing room, I'm a fly on the wall, etc. But I believe that Shaw is. Luke Shaw, Jadon Sancho, and Marcus Rashford, I believe, are big issues at the club. I do. I think they pretend. They manipulate, they pretend. And then when it comes to the crunch, they don't perform. Goes for George. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe and smash a like. So important. I'm only 400 away from 4,000 subscribers, guys. Please get the subscribers up. Juventus always trying to make mugs out of United. That's absolutely. Never liked the way they behaved over getting Pogba, and they never have the money to pay United, but have the money for other targets. And also, they've signed two, isn't it? Consecao and the other player, but they're also going over Koopmeyers of Atalanta as well for 60, 70 million. Absolute trying to take us for mugs. Absolutely trying to take us for mugs. No, we can't be doing it. They've done that over the years. Even if you go way back, if you think about Zinedine Zidane, you think about Del Piero, they gave us the run around with those players as well back in the day. It's rare we sign players from Juventus. Ciao. If he did continue to start Bruno and Mount with Casemiro versus Liverpool, it's a long day. It is a long day, Ciao, and I hope he doesn't. I really do, because I think like we need to move on from that formation, that false number 9 sort of formation. We need to go for Liverpool. We need to get them by the throat, and we need to go for them on Sunday and teach Arne Slot a lesson on Sunday. We need to beat Liverpool on Sunday, guys. Absolutely. Pransav, who do you support? Yeah, Kenny. I don't know who he supports, but his name's Pratt. And he called me a Pratt. Pransav, I'm joking, bruv. I'm joking. Don't worry. Pransav is a Man United player. He's a Man United fan. Now, you know what? I refrain that quote. Enjoy the dead wood. It's part of my hobby now. Lol. Mate, start laughing at your own jokes, mate. He's a Liverpool fan. He's definitely a Liverpool fan. Listen to this one. Right, goals or draws. Sincerely would take Sterling over Rashford, Anthony and Winger. I would take anyone. I would take Leighton Orient, Galbraith over Rashford right now at the end of the day. Absolutely. I'm going to get to your troll. I'm going to get to Pransav's comment in a minute. But you know what? He's proven himself to be a scouser in this. I know you eat rats in your council house, mate. But just calm down, all right? I've got some more rats. I can send them to you. I don't think it's a mistake substitute with McTominay, in my opinion, who plays a player on the verge of being sold no one. I don't think McTominay Sal is Ten Hag's choice. I believe this is the Ineos. Could be Nick Kerwin. It could be Ineos' choice because they get all the money, don't they? They get all the money for the transfer because it's a player from the youth team. I know you're trolling Pransaf. I know. I've got love for you, my friend. But don't compliment Liverpool on my stream, bruv. Don't compliment Liverpool. Kenny, Kerwin, Collard, Scooby-Doo is a gone man. He's a goner, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you, mate? Pransav, why pick McTominay when he's going to be sold 24 hours later? What is McTominay's pull, his hamstring, and then you cannot sell him? No, and stuck with the turd until next year. He who dares wins. That's my answer to that. Goals for George. If we sell Scott, Ericsson and Hannibal, we better get 2 midfielders because the injury to Mainu, Mount and Casemiro, and we're down to Bruno and Collier, and maybe Ugarte if he comes. Ugarte will come, but yes, you're absolutely spot on, Goals for George. We needed 2 midfielders minimum in there. We did. We need 2 midfielders minimum. One midfielder is not going to cook it, especially if we're selling all these players as well. Hannibal's gone, of course. I believe he's gone for a cash fee, not a loan fee. Some people saying it's a loan fee, some people say it's a cash fee, but we get cash for the deal, so that is good. You know, but we do need to replace these players. I don't want to hear any excuses. We have made over 100 million in transfers as well. Of course, we are in debt, which is why, obviously, I wanted a full sale. We have to remember that, and we have to straighten it out with FFP. We still owe money from previous transfers, etc. But I do believe that we do need more in there. The squad is not complete. You know, this squad needed $1 billion spent on it. after that's what I believe. If we're going to be close to challenging anywhere. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left, I said it's 1 billion. We still got about 500 million to reach that much. Nasiru, good morning. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hello, morning. You are a channel in the best. What about Kone? Big up Kone. Look, Kone is a fantastic prospect, a fantastic central defensive midfielder. Only 18 years old, can play. He's 5'9", you know, defensive. You know what? I believe he's going to get his debut this season, Nasiru. I believe he's going to get his debut this season. Of course, played in a generational Mali under-17 side. I think they came 4th in the World Cup and 3rd in the African nations under-17. So it is a generational Mali side. Really excited about Kone, of course, coming in. Those are the sort of transfers I like because you know what? You don't lose. If he fails, hopefully he won't. But if he fails, you don't lose much on him. And I'm glad about that, though. Absolutely. Cohen. I believe that McTominay has scored versus Brighton and would be the proof in the pudding to Ineos that Ten Hag knows that what he is saying he needs him plus Ugarte. We need a lot of players in this team, mate. At the end of the day, Cohen. We need Zubimendi. We need obviously Ugarte. We got now Kone. Let's not forget Kone is coming through. I believe and I trust their instincts. I believe and I trust their scouting. That I'm hearing that Kone is gonna be a fantastic player. Ha, Pransaf, big up yourself, Pransaf. Hope you're doing well. Good banter. Salah will smoke. Look, listen to this comment. Salah will smoke Dalot. Salah will smoke Dalot. The only smoke that is going to be happening is Salah when he has his shisha in the night. Salah going to Saudi on a free. Yeah, Salah going to Saudi on a free to play for Al Shabaab along with Hamaso. Trent is going to Real Madrid on a free. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to Shrewsbury Town on a free. Ten Hag will cook with Tony. Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to this season, guys. I'm really looking forward to this season. This game, should I say? This game against Liverpool is huge. It's huge on Sunday, and I really hope we get a win on Sunday. It is so important we win on Sunday. I'm telling you how important this is. If we lose on Sunday, it's just going to be more and more pressure, and the pressure becomes heavier and heavier and heavier at Man United, and we don't want that. It's a must-win game. At least don't lose the game, all I'm saying, and we need a... what about Tony Martial, Pransaf? Is Tony Martial your friend? Even Tony Low Van Dijk. You're just mentioning names now. You're losing me, guys. You're losing me. Good morning, Mark. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Oh, by the way, Mark, sorry about the other day. I tried to get you on, but there was noises going everywhere, all around my noise here, echo here, echo. So I was trying to fix it all. So I hope you're doing well, Mark. Thank you so much for joining the stream, as usual, guys. So, look. Let me just, if there's any other news I need to report and everything I've forgotten. Oh, congratulations on Ahmed Diallo. He's been called up for Ivory Coast, I believe it is. So congratulations on Ahmed Diallo for his call up for the international team. Brilliant. Absolutely, absolutely brilliant. Brian, rejection FC Liverpool lives a Zubi Doo, where are you? They can have Mabadashvili, Kavalashvili, Georgie Kinkladze, whoever they got. I don't care. They can sign another goalkeeper. They got a goalkeeper. Why are they signing another goalkeeper for? Ooh, you're scary. What's he going to do? Score a header? Breaking news. Ugarte is coming to Manchester United today for medical test. Irfan absolutely said it yesterday because Southsea is the man. Breaking news, breaking news. No problem, mate. Big up, Mark, by the way. Big up, Mark, legend of the chat. Kenny, Liverpool will get the reality check on Sunday. Absolutely, Kenny. They're going to get the reality check. And I hope, Pransaf, you have the cojones. You have the cojones to come back on this stream and face me like a man or a woman. I don't know if you are a man or woman. Not discriminating. Or gender neutral. I don't know what you are. So I'm not discriminating against you. Sorry, mate. So if we don't win on Sunday, the whole 2 weeks of international break will be negative. It'll be negative anyway, watching Carsley trying to manage England. We're put up with that anyway, for goodness sake. It's going to be negative anyway. Is it true that McTominay is still holding out for a golden handshake? Oh, goodness me. I know, mate. I know. He's entitled to that money, apparently. So... yeah, he's entitled to that. Zubi Dooby Doo, where are you? Yeah, it's about 3 million, Mark. About 3 million. He's holding out for, which is crazy at the end of the day. But if he's entitled to that money, then so be it, you know. Yeah, we're waiting on Lee Carsley. Lee Carsley ball is coming, mate. Lee Carsley ball. We just had to put up with Southgate ball. Now, me as an Englishman has to put up with Lee Carsley. I swear he'd play for Ireland. I swear. Hayden, when Ten Hag gave an interview last season, he spoke about how he wanted an experienced striker and how the club should have got Harry Kane. That's not going to happen now. Definitely not. Harry Kane, I mean, I personally think Harry Penalty Kane would have been okay signing. I think it's going to be a bit hard if we don't create for Harry Kane. Harry Kane's the sort of guy who likes people to create for him. He likes people to put the ball onto his head, straight onto his head. We don't have that, unfortunately. I would like to see an experienced striker though, but I would also like to see creation in our wingers, from our wingers and our players, not just Bruno. Victor is going to Saudi for 70 million for Man United. Let's see. There's a long way to go in the window. 3 days. You can't say a long way anymore. So are you half British and half Muslim? I'm a mixture, Pransef. I was born in Leytonstone, East London. Leytonstone, massive. Big up the East London. My mum is English. My mum is white, right? I guess and my dad is Asian. So I'm mixed race. I'm a humanitarian, a guy of many faiths, and I'm a guy who loves people and wants people to get on. You know, with human beings, and let me say this about human beings, right? We were put onto this earth to be kind. Kindness is when we prosper. Kindness is when we win. I believe that. So many of us have forgotten the way to be kind. You know, and that's what I feel like about the world today. Is that funny, Pransaf? My point is, I want Tony. Yeah, mate. Could it be a surprise signing, Hayden? You never know. We still got time in this window. We still got time in this window, guys. Tony could come. He could come. Experience for what we do, but let's not forget about Rasmus. Rasmus is developing. What's so funny, Pransaf, about that? Are you jealous, mate? Almac, Eric Ten Hag should not be requesting more expensive signings considering the amount of money he has spent over the last 3 years. He was backed. I've been through that road before. I've been down that road before, Almac. Yeah, we've spent money badly, and that's not just down to him. And let me tell you as an example, right? Ten Hag asked for a player. Berto and Woodward would go for that player. They would spend the whole summer trying to chase that player, refuse to pay that money. Then they wait to the last minute to sign that player. By that time, the money has gone. Extortionate. It's gone overinflated, right? So that's not Ten Hag's fault. That's the negotiations' fault. It's not his fault that they spend that money. They spend 90 million on Anthony when he could have went for 40 million a few weeks earlier. That's the board. Mark, who thinks Eric Ten Hag will be the right player for Ugarte from the start for Liverpool? I think the fool that he will play Casemiro and bring on Ugarte in the 7th minute. One thing about Ten Hag, which is frustrating, is that he did it with Casemiro, he did it with Rafael Varane. He didn't play the player straight away. He waited until the others made another mistake. Goals for George. I would be happy if Ineos surprised us and get an Osimhen or Tony. Oh, mate, that would be brilliant. Oh, my goodness me. Wouldn't that be... that would be brilliant. With Ugarte to salvage and quieten the hysteria after one loss. I know, it's hysteria. It's madness, isn't it? It's not only hysteria, it's ego as well. Some people wanted Ten Hag out last season and they want to prove a point because they are made to look like a bit silly last season, weren't they? Prancer Sal, you know the English media very well. They love Brexit FC. Mate, I've been in the media, I've been in music for 20 years, I've been around media, I've been around everything, mate. The problem with media is that they have their agendas against Manchester United. That comes from history, that comes from us making their lives a hell, over the years, and unfortunately that won't change anytime soon. And it don't just go with that, it goes with politics as well and stuff. Don't like talking about politics, but it goes with that as well. Big up everyone from Pretoria. Big up yourself, Randy. And I hope you're doing well in the lovely Pretoria. Thank you for everyone who's joining me around the world, of course. Let me just get through these comments. What do you think about playing Ugarte at least for the full second? I would take about 20 minutes, Kerwin. I would give him 20 minutes. That would be nice. Just to get him a feel for the game. Hopefully we're winning the game by that point. But it will give us a boost, even if he just sighs. Morning, Grayo, you legend. How you doing? Sorry, I took time to get to your comment. I'm just reading it, morning Sal. Sorry I'm late. Couldn't go to work this morning due to my hip and not recovering well over the weekend, so didn't put my alarm on. We'll be ready for your afternoon show. Big up, Graham. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking those painkillers. You know, I hope you're doing well, my friend, and everything is going well. I have a hip problem as well. I jog, so I have a hip problem in my hip, as you do. I jog a lot, so I feel the pain. I know what you're going through, mate, and I hope you're feeling okay, my friend. I hope you get better soon. Absolute legend of the chat. Pransaf, Ferdinand said he would have to keep McTominay on the podcast. He wouldn't tell what he actually offers on the pitch. Ferdinand, love, passion, man. These guys are dead ball knowledge, mate. Even if they played football, it's just like I said. If Lewis Hamilton can drive a car, but he can't engineer a car, can he? You can't become a mechanic. We don't need to sign a striker. Ten Hag should play Xerxes up front. Yeah, I agree. But, you know, we can be excited about a striker. Fan, you watch Ole on Sky Sports about Man United transfer to you as a manager. He is a manager in Man United. He'd go for Rice and Benny. He did, and we didn't get him thanks to the Glazers. And now look. He actually went to Carrington as well, and he showed around. Bellingham was showed around. Ferdinand is so deluded, man. He thinks McTominay should have... Ferdinand, look who he hangs around with, mate. Kerwin, I just have a feeling they're still going to have another signing before the winter. Me too, mate. I've got that positive feeling. I've got that feeling we're going to have a good night. I hope we sign a left back. I hope so too, Kenny. Absolutely, I hope so too. We need a left back. Mark, Ugarte should play from the start. He has one simple job, break up the play and stop the attack. He's been training every day, so he's fit. I hope so, mate. I absolutely hope so. I believe he should as well. I do believe he should as well, guys. Big up, Sal. Big up, Mawaya. Thank you for joining. New season, same result. Don't worry. It's one game. Things are going to get better. We're going to go on a run now. We're going to go on a run, guys. Absolutely. We're going to go on a huge, huge run, guys. Absolutely. Don't worry about it. Be confident. It's one game. We lost. Okay, we lost. But we have to be, you know, patient. At the end of the day, I completely smashed my hip. Sorry, Graham. Let me just get your last comment. I completely smashed my hip after an accident on holiday in Mallorca. Love Mallorca, by the way, in June, and had to have a complete hip replacement. So trying to get back to. Oh my goodness me! I'm so sorry, Graham. Really sorry to hear that, mate. That must have been dreadful. You know, very clumsy, but dreadful. Hip replacement must be awful. You know, it must be awful. And I just wish you all the best, mate. I wish you all the best. Hopefully I can make you feel better in these shows. Hopefully I can. I'll try my best, pal. I will try my best in regards to that. Guys, thank you for joining. It's the end of the show. I've been over an hour. I will get in trouble from you lot. One guy came in a comment the other day and said, "Why are you going over an hour? You shouldn't be an hour. You should be only an hour. Shouldn't go over an hour." That's what he said. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. You absolute ballers. Absolute legends. Thank you so much. I'll be back later on for Chatterbox. If something breaks, I will be here with you guys. Please don't forget, keep an eye out for it. Put your notifications on. I will be here. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to smash a like, guys. That would be fantastic if you guys can do that. You're absolute legends. Mark, watch McTominay disappear after the move to Napoli. After the only reason the people knew about him is because Ten Hag was stupid enough to give him an average Joe. It wasn't him. It was Jose Mourinho who gave him a chance. Big up, Hayden. What is your 11 versus Liverpool? My 11, let me say it quickly, right? My 11 is Dalot, right? Mazraoui, right back. De Ligt, right centre back. Licha, left centre back. Left back will be Harry Amas. Dalot, sorry, I'm joking. Dalot. In the centre midfield, it will be Ugarte and Mainu. Up front will be Garnacho, Xerxes, Ahmad with Bruno behind. No false number 10s in this world. Absolutely not. Guys, thank you so much. You absolute legends. Can't wait to see you guys later on. Can't wait to see you guys later on. Bayern needs to play some games. Hopefully get some game time in the cup, of course. Guys, have a good one. Take it easy. See you later. Don't forget to put your notifications on and don't forget to subscribe and smash a like. Legends. Thank you so much, guys. Take it easy. Peace.